Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. It has been a while since I've been on here, probably a little bit over a month, and that's just because I've been busy with work, and I was sick last week while I was working, so I was just not in the mood to film some videos. But since I've been gone for the last month, I have quite a bit to update you guys on. And first things first, I've picked up quite a few more new cows that I haven't showed you, but I only got the last two on video, so I'll show you them now. Got another couple bred cows here, just picked them up. These are some kind of Coriani beef mix. They're third stage bred. That one still had her calf on her, and the calf looked great, so I think they actually might make a decent calf, but only weigh about 850 pounds, so they're little cows, but we'll see how they do. And the rest of the cows are right here, so I don't think these two will run off too bad. They were actually really calm loading them, and I watched them before they went in the ring, and they all handled well, so not mean. I think they'll cooperate quite nicely. I'll show you the rest of the new cows here in a minute, but you can maybe see this big green field behind me. And this is actually sorghum Sudan grass that we planted earlier in the year. And I'll just say, luckily we did. This was kind of my dad's idea. This field was really just not producing well, and so my dad decided to have it sprayed. Then after it was killed, had a no-till drill out here and put in some of the Sudan, which right here by the driveway it's really thin, but once you get to about right there, it actually gets thick. And anyway, there's only about 13 acres of it here. This is actually going to be the second cutting. We already had a guy come out and cut the first round, and he estimated 11 or 12 acres and got 41 bales. So roughly 41 bales. These were 4 by 5.5s, and they were baled pretty loose, which I wasn't too happy with, but they'll work for now. So luckily my dad decided to have this planted, and luckily we actually got a little bit of rain right after it was planted. So the first round actually grew a little bit, but then, as you guys probably know, we have been in a drought since pretty much June. So yeah, the first batch, it should have produced a lot more than it did, but I still can't complain about 4 bales an acre. And since we were in a drought, at that point we obviously need the hay, so we were considering cutting it for hay, but we also were running really short on pasture because everything had just dried up. We had no green anything around. Last year was a really bad drought. This year wasn't as bad as last year because we had already sold off quite a few cows last year. But anyway, right when we were getting in a desperate spot for either starting to feed cows hay or letting them onto the Sudan to graze, the last week and a half, 2 weeks I guess, we've had a total of like 6 or 7 inches of rain, I think. One of those rains, there was over 3 inches in one night, so anyway, it's just really turned the farm around in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. With the rain, we had really cool temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, so all the fescue is greened up and it's growing again. And then of course the Bermuda is also taken off again. You know it's dry when Bermuda is completely dried up. But anyway, luckily we got the first cutting off, and this second cutting is coming up nicely. I'm thinking if we keep getting the rains, this second cutting will make quite a bit more than the first. But anyway, this is kind of a drought insurance deal we got going on here, and luckily we did plant it because we ended up needing it. All right, out here at the rental farm, and I haven't mentioned, but today is ridiculously hot. We went from 80 some degrees to now 100 degrees today. And the cows are adjusting to it okay, I guess. Anyway, just came out here to show you the new ones, which obviously these aren't new. For this Beef Master heifer here, she's probably my favorite one that I've calved out so far. And originally I wasn't going to keep any of these, but she may be one I keep since I'm kind of getting into Beef Masters. I really like the look of her, so anyway, and she's of course super calm. I'm 3 feet from her right now and she's just looking at me. So, and one of the cows you saw me buy in the last video, which was, like I said, almost a month ago now, I brought her home, and the next week she had calved. And when I bought her, she had a big hump in her back, and I wasn't sure what was wrong with her, but anyway, she had a calf. if I can get over there. Anyway, she had a calf, and then after she calved, the hump in her back kind of went away. She still walks a little bit different, but I think she'll be looking normal here in a little bit. Anyway, there's her calf. There's her and her calf, I should say. Of course, they're gonna run across the ditch, but calf is almost 2 or 3 weeks old now. Little black heifer calf. And as you can probably see, she looks pretty good for having messed up back. There's a little better view of them. Yeah, not a bad looking calf. Obviously, she's way ahead of the other ones I bought this fall. But I'm not gonna complain having a calf a week or 2 after I bought her. She's already pretty well doubled in value. So, anyway. Now we'll go look for some other ones you haven't seen. This black one here is new. She's part dairy, I'm guessing 3/4. But anyway, got her for a pretty good deal. She's 3rd stage, and you can see she's starting to bag up, so I'm guessing she'll calve here in no time. And while I was just talking to the camera, I looked across the field, saw one of the other new ones, one of the ones you just saw me unload. Looks like she's got a new calf, which is not a good thing, because when I bought her a week ago, she still had her last calf on her. So, not recommended to not wean your calves off, especially when cows are getting close to calving. So we'll see what kind of milk she's got, if she even has any colostrum or what's going on there. But it looks like she just had it. But while I'm on the way, first time Charolais heifer. Spent 800 bucks on her. I'd say she's doing her job. Here's another cow you haven't seen. She's 2nd stage, so I'm not expecting a calf out of her till December or maybe even January. Hopefully not. But here's the new one I was just talking about, and that calf is a spitting image of her. She ran through the ring with her heifer calf on her that weighed probably 600 pounds. That heifer looked exactly like this calf, so I think I know exactly how this calf's going to turn out. And yeah, hopefully she's got colostrum, because she just weaned off last year's calf. So I'd try to sneak up on this new one, but not sure if this cow will let me. Anyway, that'll make 15 total fall calvers that I bought, and 2 of them have already calved. That's probably all the fall calvers I'm gonna buy for now, because I think this rental place is kind of maxed out on numbers. Anyway, that's enough for the rental farm. Now let's go check on the cows at home, and I'll show you some of the new babies that were born today. All right, so we're out here with a group of cows at home, and this morning I moved them. And I realized there were 4 cows hanging back, so I went over there and all 4 of them had a calf. So here's one of them. This one's a little heifer. So that's the first one. Now I'm going to try to walk around here and see if I can find the other 3. And while I'm looking, these cows, I was not expecting them to calve this early. I'll have to look back and see when we put the bulls in, but I am pretty sure these weren't supposed to start for another week and a half, 2 weeks. So anyway, these kind of took me by surprise, but I guess I can't complain. They had them in the hot weather, and calves turned out just fine. So this cow was one that calved. I'm guessing her calf is somewhere close. Not seeing the calf anywhere. She must have tucked it away in the weeds. Anyway, we're going to keep looking here for calves, and also look and see if there's any other cows looking close. Like I said, all the ones that calved, I was not expecting to go this quick. So I'm gonna do a quick glance at all the rest of them and see if anyone's bagging up real heavy, or this cow's bagging up pretty heavy. She's probably gonna go soon. And the rest of them are starting to make bags, but they're not acting like they're gonna calve next week. But this group was not preg checked this year, so I'm just keeping tabs on who doesn't calve, and whoever doesn't ends up going to town. So this is pretty sad though. There's 3 other calves out here and I can't seem to find one of them. There's one. Except this is the one with a wild mother. But she had a black baldy bull calf, looks pretty much exactly like she does. And that cow started limping the other day, but now that she's had the calf, she quit limping, so. There we go, I finally found the other one. This one's a black baldy heifer. I really like the look of her. And this is an old cow here. She's 12 or 13 years old, so been pretty pleased with her. I'm just afraid this calf is going to be a monster. She's a big cow, and the bull's going to be about her size, so I'm afraid this calf is going to get too big to be a replacement heifer. But anyway, nice looking pair. She's normally not one to calve first, so she's jumped ahead a couple weeks. Anyway, the last calf, I still can't find it, but I pet it this morning, so I know it's around here somewhere. But it's another red white face, red mottle faced, I should say. And it's, if I remember right, I think it was a bull. So got 2 heifers and 2 bulls. Anyway guys, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I'll definitely have another video out next week, because these cows are probably gonna start calving pretty heavy in the next week or 2. So be looking out for another video, and with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you all next time.